we are absolutely broken. That has took it out of us, let me tell you. But Championship football, it's on its way back, thank the Lord. But anyway, just before we get into the little match preview, I want to thank everybody. Match review. I'm broken. No, just before we get into the match review, Stephen keeping us right, as usual. We'd like to thank everybody who come up with us and we met, who watches our videos. Appreciate it so much. I couldn't believe the amount of people that were coming up with us.
The most madness. Well, I wasn't used to it. I mean, because I would like to say I'm still new onto the channel, and just people coming up and speaking to us, being recognised, it was weird. But I appreciate all you were all cracking up, all really nice. And like, we appreciate you taking the time out of your weekend to just come and say hello to us, and you know, asking for photos. It was very surreal. But we look forward to seeing you next season when we're taking over the Championship.
And listen, I've seen a quick little interview. Gabby Bonderhorse says there's nothing stopping Sunderland selecting the right players. You didn't have to spend millions to get the playoffs maybe for the Championship.
It helps when you do that.
Of course. I would be happy just to stay in this league for the next season, you know what I mean? About
I've
10th or something.
I've already booked my hotel for next year's playoff final.
The season tickets have gone on sale again, did you say?
No.
They're only £8 more expensive. I think it's 390 quid, which is kind of alright.
Yeah.
But we'll get on to the game in the weekend, and anyway, we went down on a Friday, Stephen, went to Trafalgar Square, we had a mint time. I apologise now, we were supposed to go live, but I went to go live and I was standing there for 15 minutes and it was just going round and round. It wouldn't let us do it, so I apologise for that. But, and anyway, Trafalgar Square, dropped stuff at the hotel, we went there and it was ram-packed by the time we got there. It was
I'd never experienced anything like it before. It was the first time I'd done the Trafalgar Square thing, and like I say, it was just unreal. I mean, when we got out the tube station and I walked into Trafalgar Square, and we got there quite fairly early, so it wasn't as busy, but there were still thousands there already, and I just stood there and I just looked around and I just couldn't believe it. I had a grin from ear to ear. It was absolutely phenomenal. And then obviously as we got later, it got more and more busy. I think the thing that I took the most out of it was all the little bands, how much it meant to them, and how they were on the fountain, they were in the fountain, they were on the monument, they were all there with the smoke flares, the actual like the light flares, and it was just, everybody was happy, everyone was, but I never seen not one spot of bother.
Nah.
I mean, we've seen a few idiots fall off the top of the fountain, but you know, it was hilarious to watch, it really was. But honestly, it was, the experience was just something that me and my family, and obviously Paul as well, we're just never going to forget. No. We never will.
Well, I took the boy down on the Friday, and it was just amazing. Him and his cousin they were like that with each other. They were all over the place. We were like, where are they? But then when you'd look, and they would just stand at the top of all the fans,
dancing about
next to the big lions. It was unbelievable. But then on the Saturday, Stephen, we went to the fan zone. The sun was beaming.
Oh yes.
I burnt my neck, mate. I couldn't believe it. All my neck, all my arms were burnt. But I met a lot of people in there. So did Stephen, and they were coming up to us. They were being nice. It's like a party atmosphere, it was.
Smoke flares going off in the fan zone as well.
Yeah, it was.
I picked one up and the security's trying to chase us and tack it off us, but they weren't catching us like no chance.
he ran around with a flare like everybody was cheering. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. But and anyway, then we were going into the stadium and met a few Wigan supporters. Wycombe.
Didn't meet any Wigan supporters.
Wycombe supporters, and they were really nice. They were
fine.
They were sound as out. They predicted they were going to win, but
obviously, you know what I mean.
Obviously, you're going to predict you're going to win, aren't you? But anyway, we went to the stadium, and it was. Do you know what? I was really emotional, and then when I turned around and looked at him, I was even worse. I was even worse.
Some of you have put on the comments where you're saying I was on the telly. So was Paul as well, but it was right on me and my little lad next to us. On the 71st minute of the game, and I think that must be the only time in the game where I wasn't crying my eyes out. Me and my little one spent the entire game in floods of tears, happy tears, so you know what I mean. It was just, the whole occasion was just so emotional. I mean, looking around, I've watched the match twice since I got back because I recorded it. Then I watched the extended highlights, and every time it comes to the crowd, you can just see grown men like myself streaming, crying our eyes out. It was like,
it was amazing. I couldn't help myself as well. But listen, my one regret was not just standing next to Stacey, my partner in the band. Jaden, when they scored, I ran to them, and when the second goal went in, the band ran out, it jumped on top of us, we went flying, Stephen went flying. There was two lads next to us, they went over the top. Oh, it was amazing. My son for the first goal went down the stairs, the stairs. Everybody was just packed everywhere. It was unbelievable. And the noise, Stephen.
No, the noise. it was just
my
unreal.
God.
I mean, most years will have been there as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if you weren't, you'll have heard us on the telly. I mean, all you could hear was Sunderland fans. We were going absolutely mental from start to finish. The noises, the songs, the roars when we scored, and when the final whistle went. I mean, excuse me. Like I say, I'm a broken man. My voice is gone. My little lads is even worse than mine. But after the match, as soon as the final whistle went, they played Wise Men Say over the tannoy system. There was a Wycombe player, a Wycombe supporter commented on one of the social media saying that our rendition of Wise Men Say after the game was the most spine-tingling thing she's ever experienced at a football match, and she said that whoever cut the song off short deserves to be sacked.
But that's what they do in the stadium, though, isn't it?
Oh, well, of
so
course
she
it
probably doesn't know, but I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about all that.
Yeah, I'm still all red and white up, mate. Like I'll be for the next few weeks. You know what I mean?
But no, we'll get into the game and then we'll talk about what's going to happen on the channel after this. We've spoke about the game. The game, Stephen. For me, I thought we started really well.
We came out the blocks flying.
We did. We came out the blocks flying. We were creating chances. Gooch on the right hand side, it was amazing. He was very emotional after the game. It meant so much to him. And
well, he'll have been extra emotional because, like he said on his, I watched one of his interviews, and like you say, he's out of contract now. He's in talks this week. For me, we've got to keep him.
100%.
I mean, yes, he's had his ups and downs with us, especially this season. You know what I mean? Some of the fans, us included, have had a go at him and this, that, and the other. But like I've mentioned in previous videos, the Alex Neal effect of him coming in.
100%.
Not just Gooch, there's a few of our players that have been like they've been like a new signing. They've been playing out of their skin under Alex Neal.
Exactly.
And providing Alex Neal signs a contract, which he bloody better. I know he'll be watching this because he's an avid fan of me and Chelsea.
He loves us.
We've got to keep him. He's got to be the first thing was signed, and then we've got to, for the likes of Gooch, we've got to tie him down.
Well, looking at the game, like I'm saying, we started out the blocks the best. We were pressing, we were high tempo, moving the ball really well across the floor, and that's the way it was always going to be. But funnily enough, Wycombe Wanderers did get back into the game. They weren't creating much. Let's be honest. But they did.
Some folks
start to get back into the game.
That's Patterson, who was. He was claiming every cross, and then when Vokes went through, and he just spread himself. It was like Peter Schmeichel-esque for the old ones of us. He just spread it and he blocked it. What a save that was!
It was.
And then Wycombe in the second half, they had another couple of chances where their players should have squared it, and they would have stood a better chance of scoring. But luckily for us, they took stupid shots from stupid angles, which Patterson claimed no bother.
Quickly, your boyfriend, Luke 09. My God.
Love him.
What a performance.
What a performance.
Did you see that tackle?
Yes. I mean, it was just unreal. When I watched the match again, I was listening to the commentary and all that, and they were just saying, my God, there's another tackle from Sunderland, this time from Corey Evans, this time from Luke O'Neill, and this time from so-and-so. Danny Butt, he was tremendous as well. Bailey White had one iffy moment, like major one where I think that was when Vokes went through and Patterson saved it.
It was, you're right.
But, you know what I mean, little mistakes do happen in football, but it's the teammates backing you up, and that's what happened, you know what I mean. Patterson bailed him out, just like Bailey White's bailed people out. Several times, especially in the back end of the season.
Did you see Corey Evans' clearance?
Yes, the shot and he headed it.
It was gone in the top corner. Well,
Patterson, we don't know if he had it covered or not, but Corey Evans did what he needed to do.
Super Corey cleared it.
I mean, Wycombe Wanderers are renowned for scoring lots of goals off corners. They didn't get their first corner of the match. I think it was took something like the 86th minute or something stupid like that. You know what I mean?
What I found really good and all, Stephen, not the fact that it was a clean sheet and all, Ross Stewart scoring with his foot outside the box.
But yeah, I mean, he'd done it really well. He cut inside, just opened his body up, and then what made it better, it went through the keepers, through the players' legs. But I think both goals, I mean, like Embleton's as well. I think a lot of people were blaming the goalkeeper, but if you look at how powerful that shot was, it was moving in the air, and how powerful it was. I don't think they wasn't expecting him to shoot, but also I think the defender, the centre half, was kind of blocking the keeper's view a bit, so he didn't see it until the last minute, and because of how powerful it was, it just came out, and he tried to lift his arm, but it just went in. I mean, like I say, the roar, and we all went light when that went in. It was unbelievable, and the fact that he's a local lad makes it even better.
Well, you know what, the Stewart, when I was talking about the chance, what it was good about it, like you say, he was opening his body, looked like he was going to put in the top corner. and then he
cut it back.
Aye. Oh, it was class.
Unreal.
It was. It just, the keeper just stood still. He didn't know what to do. And
I mean, after that goal went in, the majority of everyone was like, we've done it.
we were really relieved, weren't we?
We were relieved as hell.
We were relieved.
I know Sunderland, you know what I mean?
Aye.
And I think it was 88 minutes. I looked up and it was 88 minutes on the clock. We were 2-0 up and I'm still shitting myself. I'm like, oh no.
But when they went 5 minutes at a time, I looked at you and went, oh my God. 2-0 up and I was still shitting myself.
But you cannot fault the effort on any single player. There was no one had a bad game. There was people who were, I mean, Pritchard got man of the match on Sky, which you can understand why. He was all hour and he was he got the assists for both goals. For Parrott Roberts was outstanding, never stopped running.
Clark done a job when he came on as well.
Yeah, but they all did, you know what I mean? And like I say, there was a bit of a shock. We were shocked when we seen the starting lineup.
Oh,
we thought he was going to go for the same team as Chef Wade. I think the majority of us did.
Well, Clark was amazing against Chef Wade, and I thought, but that just comes to show how good Alex Neal
is. The one change he made, and he got the goal. He got the first goal.
Listen, it's you're born and bred Mackham. Go on, there's your opportunity.
Aye.
Seize the moment, and he did.
He grabbed it with both hands, and he's nearly put a hole in the net. That was absolutely unreal.
God, I'm still trying to.
I'm a broken man. I'm a broken man.
He is. He's absolutely not.
But would I do it all again? Two rights I would.
No, because we're going to get up automatics next season, Stephen.
Well, I don't mean the League One playoff final again. I just mean, down to Wembley and, experience what we did and come away with a win.
It was nice because it was like all them Mackhams in one place.
Aye.
And I didn't say they'd carry on. Sorry, I tell a lie. When we're in the stadium, just behind us, there was a couple of gadgets arguing about
handbags. It was handbags.
Oh, my seat, your seat. Fucking hell, man, I would stand in the aisle, doesn't matter. But anyway, it was amazing. The Championship, I've just looked at the teams that's in the Championship and I was a little bit worried. There's some absolute monsters in there, and obviously we've just came up. But it doesn't matter. The momentum that Alex Neal, I believe in Alex Neal. I think he's got control of who he brings in as well, so he can only bring in better players. The return list will be out soon, so we can probably, I did bring a more detailed video and talk about that. In a later date, really.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the return list will probably be up by the weekend or maybe next week at the latest. Because us and Wycombe got an extension on giving our retaining list in because of obviously the playoff final. So we'll come back and we'll talk about that on a different video. But he's saying that, yes, there is some big teams in the Championship, but we're still the biggest team in the Championship. I'm sorry, club-wise, fan-base-wise, we are the biggest in the Championship. So doesn't mean we're guaranteed anything. We've still got to do all the hard work, and we've got to start afresh in the summer again. Build on what we've made, what Alex Neal's made over the last 18 games, and yeah, we've got to hit the ground running. We've got to recruit well in the summer, which we all know, and then we've got to hit the ground running. And I do believe. I mean, I'm not going to start giving predictions now because I'm still broken off the weekend. So I'm just still on cloud nine. I'm still absolutely buzzing. Like I say, I'm still red and whited up.
It hasn't sunk in for me yet. Still hasn't really. I've watched the full game back.
I've watched it twice and the extended highlights on Quest.
Hey, has that just happened? It never happens to us.
No.
You know what I mean? 4 seasons down in League One and let down after let down at Wembley, and then we've done it finally. But no, I just cannot wait for this, like you say, start saying. But with Alex Neal, he's not afraid to make any decisions as much as it might like flabbergast some, including ourselves.
Flabbergast.
I'm an SR6 now, remember?
This is SR5 actually, but never mind.
But he gets the best out of the players. That's, you know what I mean? He inherited that team. It weren't his team, and he still managed to get them players playing, believing in themselves and playing better than I wouldn't say playing better than what they're capable of, because they've actually went and done it, but he's got them believing in themselves, and that's just proven on the pitch. And he's got us.
The players have even said it after they said the job he's done since he's come in. He's got a real confidence in the squad, and he's got everyone. Yes. Everyone knows not only their initial job, but what they've got to do to help the people out and how they've got to work as a team. And you've seen now the last 18 games since he's come in. The difference in us playing, I mean, and we're playing till the end. Our quote for the thingy, till the end, you know what I mean? And we did it. We played till the end, and we got there. And full credit to Alex Neal, and also full credit to all the players, and also to the fan base, because the fan base have stood by them. We've been there week in, week out. We've turned up in our numbers like we always do, and we have been the 12th man, especially since Alex Neal's come in, and that shows with all the late goals we've been getting, which have got us to where we were in the league, which got us in the playoffs. And now, like you say, we're studying now, doing this for you in front of a Championship stadium.
In the pissing down.
You know what I mean?
No, we'll take it anywhere. But no, listen, you're right, Stephen, and moving forward into the Championship, you've just hit the nail on the head there about recruitment and everything. I just can't wait to bring you the content, really.
Yeah.
Because without years of being us, simple as
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And years have made this so enjoyable, and we've enjoyed sort of digging this little journey with years, and may continue in the championship.
Like I said, the interaction we get off you, like Paul saying, the interaction with you, it's great. It makes it all worthwhile. And like I say, Friday night, Trafalgar Square and outside the stadium in Wembley, it was the appreciation was just people coming up just thanking us, just saying they're really enjoying what we're doing, and we hope you are enjoying what we're doing, because we're doing it for you at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And
there's some
we'll look
people,
forward to next season.
Like we were saying, that I'm getting like, you know, there's people all over the world who watch us, and we bring them that little bit extra content, Sunderland related, and you know, they thank us because they can't make the games, they can't get here, and so this little bit extra content is just, you know, it's icing on cake for them, really, basically.
Definitely, aye.
But anyway, that's this. We want to wrap this up quick before we get drundered. Like I say, hit the thumbs up on this one.
Subscribe if you're new.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Definitely will. See you later.